5, 10, 15. My time is worth about $15 an hour. How are you guys doing today? My name is Apple Crider and I make daily personal finance, entrepreneurship, and credit card related YouTube videos. I host a weekly podcast called Young Smart Money. And today I want to talk about how much money my time is worth. And I think this is a really important question to ask. And I think not enough people ask this question, especially at a young age. Because there are a lot of applications to the answer to this question. Once you have a reasonable answer to this question, there's a lot of implications that you can move forward with. So that's why I wanted to address this question. I wanted to have this question, this answer, whatever, on people's minds, just so that you do give some thought to how much your time is actually worth. So how did I get to $15 an hour for how much my time is worth? Honestly, it was pretty not super scientific, to be honest. I looked at about how much money I was making at work, and I evaluated if I felt like I was being justly compensated for the time that I was spending at work. And since I do feel like that is the case, I just calculated my the value of my time based on that. So I work as a server, so the pay is very inconsistent. I have a base rate, but then I also get tipped on top of that. So I really range from making anywhere from up to like $30 an hour to down to maybe like $10 an hour and everything in between. But I found that I generally believe my time to be worth about $15 an hour. So if you want an hour of my time, if you got 15 bucks, I'm in. But in all seriousness, I think it's really important to ask this question because it really gives you some perspective on what you should be doing and what you should find other people to do. So like at a very, very basic level, things like shoveling your snow or mowing the lawn, these are things that you have either the option to do yourself or to pay somebody else to do for you. And I think a lot of people just do it themselves or pay somebody else to do it without really thinking about the implications of that are. So that's like an easy way to wrap your head around this. So if you could mow the lawn, say you could mow the lawn, it would take you an hour to do, and you decide to do that. Well, first of all, you gotta look at the opportunity cost of that. So what is your time actually worth? What is 1 hour of your time worth? Now figure out the value of your time based on however you want, maybe based on how much money you make at work, or how much you like your family, or how much you want to be doing something else, or how much, whatever. You just figure out a way to value your time. I might make a video on like how to actually do that, but I don't really have a scientific formula to do that. It's really up to your own discretion, up to how much money you make at work, up to how much you just value your time at in general. So once you do that, then establish whether or not you could find somebody who could do that for cheaper than you. So if you could find the neighbor kid to do it for say 10 bucks and you think your time's worth $15 an hour, then it doesn't make sense for you to mow the lawn to do it yourself, because that's essentially costing you $15 when you could just get the kid down the block to do it for $10. So this is something that not a lot of people think about, at least in the circles that I associate myself with. A lot of people just either decide to pay somebody to do things for them or do it themselves, when in reality there's better things they should be doing with their time. So I know for me personally, and I know for many of the entrepreneurs out there, there's a lot of tasks that you do that are low return tasks. So things like, in my case, editing a podcast or editing a YouTube video, like these things are very, very low return because they take a lot of time and the payoff is not really that much. Like the big payoff, like the big thing that I do that I know is a thing that I should be doing is actually creating the content. So like interviewing people or making these videos and stuff like that. So that is like the high return stuff, because that is actually the content that's going out there and creating value for people. But like the lower return stuff, like the editing of the videos, that's really all I can think of right now, the editing of the videos on the podcast. That's like the first thing that I would think to outsource, just because the return on that is much, much lower than the return on me making more videos. So if I could instead, like, look at the opportunity cost here. So I could edit a podcast for an hour, or B, I could film 2 more YouTube videos in that same hour. So like, where is the higher return there? For me, it's obviously filming 2 more YouTube videos, because that's even more content that I could be putting out. So it would make sense for me if I think that the ROI of putting out 2 more YouTube videos versus editing a podcast, if the ROI is greater with the YouTube videos, then it would make more sense for me to do the YouTube videos and to find somebody else to do the podcast, to edit the podcast, because that's not something that is essential for me to do. It's easy for other people to do. It's easy for anybody to do. If I just found somebody on Fiverr or Upwork that was willing to edit podcasts, there's no reason for me to be doing that when I could find somebody else to do it who values their time accordingly. So if I could pay somebody $10 to do that podcast editing work that originally took me an hour, so that costs $15 worth of my time. If I could pay somebody $10 to do it, then that just makes a lot more sense, because it's costing me $10 to pay them versus $15 to do it myself. Then I'm gonna pay them to do that and focus my time on making those YouTube videos. It's gonna have a higher ROI for me because that's more content that I'm putting out. So I think it's really important to assess the value of your time, because it really gives you a grasp of what you should be doing and what you should be finding other people to do based on what the returns are going to be with those various tasks. So again, easy stuff like mowing the lawn, shoveling your snow, is that worth it for you to do, or is it worth it for you to pay the neighbor kid to do? All the way up to stuff that's a little bit more complex, like making YouTube videos, editing podcasts. Maybe you do animation on your YouTube videos. So just figuring out how much your time is actually worth, so that you can establish whether or not, which tasks you should be doing and which tasks you should not be doing. I value my time at about $15 an hour right now. That's mostly just because I'm young. I've got a lot of time on my hands and I don't have that much money. So I value my time at a lower rate, just because every single dollar helps, and I have a ton of time to spare, because especially in the summer, I'm working maybe 30 hours a week as a server. Other than that, I have over 130 hours a week to do with what I want. So I think my time is not worth that much. I'm hoping that as I get older, my time is gonna be worth more and more. But for now, my time is not worth that much. So if you want an hour of my time, again, $15 and you got it. Or if you take my free online course, you can schedule a 30-minute Skype call, talk with me for free, if you guys are interested at all in that. Anyways, guys, that's about it for the video. I just want to share with you guys my thoughts on establishing what your time is actually worth, so that you can better prioritize what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, and share with you guys what I think my time's worth, which is about $15. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, please remember to smash that subscribe button and leave a like down below. My name is Apple Crider. I make daily personal finance, entrepreneurship, and credit card related YouTube videos. The book I'm reading right now, I actually just finished The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. Now I'm on to reading the Ask Gary V book, which is very good. I really do recommend it. I'm on a huge Gary V kick right now. Also just finished Crush It a couple days ago. So, we're getting all the Gary V books in. It's a great time to be alive. Anyways, guys, I make daily personal finance YouTube videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. If you want to learn more about investing, I've got an entire free online video lecture course down below. Check it out.